In this video, I want to show you how to sell your online course even before you create it. Now, I have done this for myself with different online courses and digital products, and I've done it for my clients who have gone ahead to make over $25,000 from selling their online courses and digital programs across the world. And yes, you should be getting paid to create your online course, not the other way around. If you're just seeing me for the first time, my name is Nancy Mosu. I'm a digital product launch expert and a content and social media marketing trainer. So welcome to my channel. You want to click the subscribe button down below to get my latest videos as they drop. Because guess what? They drop every single week. All right, so let's get to the video of the day, which is how do you get paid to create that online course that you have always wanted to put together. The traditional way of creating online courses would be to first of all put your course together, structure the program, then start talking about it online, talk to some people you know, your family, your loved ones, maybe some communities you belong to, and send a little email here and there, and talk about it and get people to buy or hope that they buy. Sometimes they do, sometimes they do not. But then, there's always that hopeful part of your brain that tells you, oh, this was the first launch. The next ones, people are going to come because you've done so well. Oh, you have testimonials from the 7 people that attended, from the 20 people that attended. So you're going to market and keep marketing. And that's how you just do that, right? That works. That looks interesting. But there is a more sustainable approach, which I have done over the past 5 years and I've also done for my clients. And right now, I want to just give you some very free tips on how you can do that today. Like literally just get started. You want to create an online course that is a need, not an option. For example, let's say you are in the tourism and travel space and you're thinking of creating an online course that said how to prepare for your visa interview in 2024. You're definitely going to make some sales, right? But what it means is that by 2025, you have to go back and create a new course. So your courses would only run for every 365 days. And after, you would go back and create something from the very beginning because your examples are going to be outdated. The documents you made references to in that course will be outdated. Every other thing is outdated. But if you did a course that said how to prepare for your first visa interview as a Nigerian, guess what? There are people who are leaving college every year, right? There are people who are trying to go do their masters, their PhD to relocate abroad for whatever reasons. And every single year you would see people who literally will be coming to your classes. But most importantly is the fact that it gives you the freedom to now make additions to the courses. So let's say there's a change in some immigration rules. You can quickly just add that as a module instead of collapsing the entire course and creating it from scratch. So I hope that explains what I mean by be sure that your course is a need and not a want. Okay, so it's not just a nice to have, it has to be a must have. Simple. That's the very first thing you want to do. Number 2, go data mining. Nancy, what does data mining have to do with an online course? Listen to me. This is why you've gotten it all wrong all year round. And I am not about to hold anything back from you in this video. I'm going to be telling you the exact truth as it is. You have to mine data. What does that even mean? Very simple. You need to, number 1, understand the data around the solution that your online course is providing. Number 2, understand the data around the problem that your online course is addressing. Number 3, understand the data, especially the statistics on the growth of the solution that your online course is providing. I'll give you a very basic example with another industry. Let's say you are teaching a course on digital marketing, for instance, right now, and you want to teach digital skills to Nigerians in Nigeria. And you do not know the percentage of Nigerians who do not have digital skills. You do not know why digital skills are even important for Nigerians to have in this time and age. And you don't understand the growth or where the industry has estimated that people with digital skills are going to find themselves in the next 10 years, in the next 15 years. And this growth will be in terms of employment, in terms of their take-home in salaries, in terms of demand and supply. If you don't have all of those data, you are going to struggle to sell that course to Nigerians. Why? Because why should they bother buying something that to them does not even sound like a need? So you want to know what the data is saying. And with the information that the data gives you, you can now think of how to tailor it down and interpret it in the lingua that your target audience within the industry you are targeting can understand. So you can mine data using questionnaires, you can do your research, you can do interviews, you can do polls, but what you're really doing is that you're mining data to inform your online course, which brings me to point number 3. Find the vacuum left by people who have created something on the topic of your online course. Now, for this, basically, I would say to you, go on Amazon and look for people who have written books, journals, and stuff around digital marketing, for example. And maybe you want to talk about email marketing specifically. And you find materials that, like top ranking materials on email marketing. You want to first of all look at the structure. How did they structure it that made people want to buy? Now, of course, you're going to be looking at those materials that have been rated very high, not necessarily every single item on email marketing, because there's going to be a lot, I presume. So find the top ones and understand why the rating was high. So when you understand that, you look at the structure. How was it structured? Number 2, look at the reviews. Now, not just the good reviews are amazing. Pay attention to that, but look at the bad reviews. Then number 3, look at what people are saying they wish this book had, because that is the gap you are going to be filling with your own online course, right? Look at this for 3 top sellers or 3 best sellers. Look at them and sit down and understand the gap that exists in the industry and how to fill that gap. Now, this is for the creation and brainstorming of your online course. Another thing you can also do, especially when you get to the content marketing part of things, is to go to the pages of people who are already doing what you want to do, because really there is nothing new under the surface of the earth. It has happened before. It just might not have happened in our own time, all right? But if you check history, someone must have tried to do something similar or almost the same thing, okay? So there are traces and patterns that you can look at and pick things from just to help you on the way, all right? So you can go to the pages of people who inspire you in the industry on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook maybe, but Instagram and LinkedIn seem to have more people in the serious categories, yeah? So you want to go there and spend some time in their comment sections. In those comments, you're also going to find the gaps that they are not filling, and think of how to fill that with your own online course. This is not going to cost you anything except time, because you need to do this research if you want to create a course that is a need, that is a must-have, not just a nice to have online course. Now that you've done all of this, you've understood who your target audience is because you've mined data, you've understood their pain points, you've created a curriculum for a course that is a must-have, not a nice-to-have. You can now call out these target audiences by generating leads first. Yes, and there are several things you could use to generate this leads. You can use a free event, you can use a webinar, you can use a challenge, whatever you want to do. You can even start speaking to people in communities you belong to, give them questionnaires like we did earlier. And from the questionnaires, you're saying, okay, would you be open to a free event? I'm going to give you A, B, C, D for free. And really, you have to give them stuff. Like you have to blow their minds with that freebie that you want to give to them. So whatever your freebie is going to be, I like to do a lot of free webinars because honestly speaking, if you do a webinar every week, you will never be broke in your life. I tell you, free of charge, especially if you do webinars that are value packed. You will be highly sought after and respected in your industry, much more than someone who has been there for ages, but really is always hard to reach, okay? So webinar helps you build relatability and keeps you top of mind. And of course, when people eventually get ready to make a buying decision, you are their go-to expert. So think of webinars as your lead generation strategy first. That's my personal opinion. I'm very biased about it, and I want you to know that I am, okay? So don't take it like it's written in stone. No, it's not, all right? So let's go to the last point, which is now very interesting. Point number 5 is upsell to a sample audience. Upselling to a sample audience here will be very easy to do. Why? Because these people have listened to you at your free events and they can almost see themselves in all the scenarios you've painted, in all the examples you've given, and they know that they need the solution you have because it is a must-have, not a nice-to-have. So it's very easy to sell to them. It's very easy to get them to buy. It's very easy to follow up on them. Right now, you're doing all of this even before you start going on social media to rave about what you're doing. So when you see people come say things like, 20 people are signed up on our paid program, and you're wondering, was this paid program not announced like 3 days ago and already have 20 people in 3 days? Wow, that's amazing. The work was done behind the scene. The problem is that a lot of people want to do all the work on the scene, which is where they're putting out amazing content. There's no follow-up plan. There's no email marketing plan. There's no data mining. They don't even understand if this causes a pain point, if it's addressing a pain point that is important. They're just leveraging only social media. Do you understand? So with these 5 points I've given you, you literally have in your hands the keys to ensuring that you get paid before you create the online course. So when you upsell to the sample audience and they pay you, that is actually when you start producing the curriculum you had written earlier from those research that you have done. I hope this was amazing for you, because literally when I started taking this approach to my online course, it has literally changed everything for me, but most especially for my clients, because right now they refer me like crazy. Now, if you watched to this point, congratulations. And I hope you have clicked on the subscribe button so that when the next video drops, you get to be notified. Now, if you're trying to launch a digital product and you really want to speak to an expert about it, use the link under this video and book a session. Let's talk about your digital product and the best way to get it into the market profitably. I will see you in the next video. Bye.